Right, well, hello there, everybody. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at another Maths 1 level paper, which is non-calcular variety. Okay, so those of you doing the reform functional skills will find that you will be doing these style of papers. So, initially, there's nothing wrong with you if you want using a calculator to help you facilitate, start to get used to this idea of paper. But ultimately, you really do need to start driving down the method or the rule of that you cannot use a calculator at all. So you do need to start getting used to that now. So it's probably better to get, I would say, the shock of it over and start working on the non-calculator side, okay, without the calculator there. You will obviously do have a paper you will do that will be a calculator, so you did get your comfort blanket back, but here you don't have it. So what I do urge you to do is swat up on your log multiplication, log division. There are videos available for that. Please let me know if you haven't got the links. These have been sent to your tutors. However, if they've been attending classes, then hopefully you'll have some of these links already. But if not, please let me know and we can get that organised for you. So we're going to look at a couple of questions quickly here. The questions here up here and here on the left-hand side. The answer is going to come up on the right. Okay, so as this is a YouTube recording, I am limited to about 15 minutes of time, so we will have to move pretty swiftly through this. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is have a look at the first two questions here on the left-hand side. Format is that you put yourself on pause while you do that. Okay. And you can take a screenshot as well as you want to be going through of these and screenshot the answers when we come to them. And then once you've actually had a go at the questions, you come up with your answer, then press play and I will rejoin you. Again, same point, I don't mind if you want to skip through and actually see what the answers are as well, because then that helps you work towards something and you can see where you should ultimately be going. Right, so firstly have a go at question 1A and 1B there. Put yourself on pause, get that done, and then once you're ready to go, press play and I'll rejoin you. So we have got those two questions there, so let's have a look at the answers. Essentially what I'll do is I'm going to give an overview of what the answer is. If you then feel you do need some more detail on that, again, please let me know and then I'll make some time to actually run through that with you. Okay, so here we go. So the answer to 1A is the answer we have here in front of us. Okay, done. Question 1B. Okay, Sam must pass the test theory. Okay, basically double everything. So 43 becomes 86. 50 becomes 100. So that actually makes the answer for 86%. So have a little look how the method I've actually done that one. Okay, essentially by doubling everything, I've turned the 50 into 100%. The 43 becomes 86. That becomes 80%, 86%. Okay. So again, have a look through that question. Any questions, queries, please let me know. Right, so I'd like you to have a look at question 1C now. Okay, this is a little bit different. A little bit more tricky. Okay. Think carefully what you're doing here. Okay, this is a bit of a tricky question for level 1, but not as scary as it initially looks. Okay. So again, put yourself on pause. This is the actual thing you need to be thinking about. And again, you need to think about your order of operations when you're doing this. Any multiplication is going to come first. Okay, so have a try. Put yourself on pause, press play when you're ready to go, and I'll rejoin you. Right, so here we go. This is the answer to this one. He should have multiplied first, as I was trying to hint at this part up here. Okay. I think back, well, recently there was a question on some of us did on a paper that we all thought was 20, and it wasn't because of the order of operation of multiplication. So 10 squared is 10 times 10, which is 100. If you can think back to the good old days when you were at school and we had the number chart up on the table and it was on the wall and it was all indicated that. But essentially 10 times 10 is 100. So if you're not sure about that, that's perhaps a good idea to gen up on your log multiplication, and there are some assistance videos in regards to log multiplication available for you to look at. But essentially what this means is we've left 3 places basically. So we're becoming 5, okay? So 5 plus 10 foot is 15 foot, and there is your actual answer. Again, have a little look, read through that, see how you can actually get on with that one. So essentially what we've done is 10 times 2, or 10 squared, sorry, not 10 times 2, 10 squared. I must get that right. And then we're adding the 5 foot that we found with that, and a 10 foot, and there's our answer. Okay, please remember 10 squared means you multiply the number by itself. If there's a little 3 in there, you'll be multiplying it 3 times. Okay, that's subject for area, perimeter, and volume. and that is something that we, again, there's some support videos available on that to help you get your mind around that. Okay, question D. This is a little bit of a tricky one. I would not be expecting to see this in a level 1 paper, really, because of the way it comes together. However, it's here. We have to look at it. So what I'd like you to try and do is look at it and see what you come up with. Okay, put yourself on pause, and once you're ready, press play, and I'll catch up with you. Right, so we have got that side done there, so hopefully you've got that question done. So just for a moment, just have a little look at what we've got there. Okay, so we got to look here. Speed is 60 miles an hour. We know we're going to have to square it. Okay, so think an easy way of thinking it quickly is 6 times 6. Again, if you're doing long multiplication, you'll do this pretty quickly. Okay, but think of 6 times 6, 36. Add 2 zeros, 3,600, or do your long multiplication. Okay. Again, examples of that are available on the help video, but again, if you like a little bit of extra one-to-one support tuition on that, please let me know, and I will organise a time during my working when I'm working to do that for you. No worries on that one. Really, what we're looking at is when we see the 0.05, we're sort of thinking almost about it as a sort of dividing by 2. Okay, that's going to be the nearest way I can actually describe that to you. Okay, so think about it. 3,600 is going to become 1,800. I think 36 divided by 2. 1 0 removed because we're removing a 0. Extra 0 here because if it was 5, 0.5 would be there, which would be half, but it's 0.05. So it's sort of knocking a 0 off. Again, this is a question you want to look at, and again, I'm happy to give you some extra tuition on this type of question if you would like. Try with a calculator, and you'll see actually where I'm coming from on this one. So the question is actually now asking how much more stopping distance is needed in 25 mph. Okay, so all we're now actually doing is the 180 feet that I've discovered here, minusing that by 31.25, 148.75. Okay, but again, have a look, have a reflection on that one. Any help you want to let me know, and I'll go through that in a little bit more detail with you. Okay, right, okay, have a look at this one. This is a typical functional skills question, as I call it. It's actually looking at comparing prices. Don't we all like comparing prices? So I want you now to actually work that question out. Okay, put yourself on pause, work your way through it. When you're ready to go again, press play, and I'll reveal the answer to you. So here we go. I always say to you, work out 10% first. All right. Again, that's the old retail manager in me. If I wanted to work out a quick idea of what percentage off was, I could do 10%. That enabled me then quickly to work out to 20, 30, 40, 50%. If I need to say work out 15%, then all I'd have to do is halve the 10%, which would give me by 5%. And then if I needed to say work out what 2.5% was, because perhaps I had a 17.5% discount off of everything, okay, you then just halve the 5 down. So you just went down for a progression of halves, and that helped you get a very rough estimate of percentages, and it's a good way to go with that. So there you go, your answer here is 106.50. Okay, so again, have a little try through that again. If you want, try that with a calculator, and take it from there. But basically, so 10% means we're dropping a 0, and we take it from there. Okay, right, so question F1F, the driving desk test costs £62. Okay, how much money will save Sam by booking option 2 instead of option 1? Well, here we go. Hopefully you've got the details over here for the figures and sums that you actually need. Okay, plus what's here. So again, have a try that question, put yourself on pause, have a go through, and see what you come up with. And I will rejoin you very shortly when you press play. There we go, and here's your answer revealed there. I put a method there in front of you. Again, I'd like you to interpret that. Okay, have a read through, have a look through, do some digestion. Any questions or queries, then please feel free to let me know. Okay. Right, and there we go. That's the end of the paper. So that's an example of a non-calculated paper. We'll really whisk through very, very quickly because of time constraints on YouTube. Okay. As I say to you, any questions or queries at all, please let me know. Okay. I can go through that with you. I can give you a breakdown over email, or if you want, as I said, I can fix up a Zoom appointment with you and we can discuss from there. Now, there will be a number of other level 1 non-calculated papers to come through, some of which have been covered in the sessions already, and some of these actually may be covered in future sessions. We will see. But there's one example there. This is quite a pleasant one. It's not too scary. Some of them do have some more complicated questions in, which we will address as we go through. There are all help topics going up bit by bit to help you with this, but my one thing I will say to you really is get into your mind long division, long multiplication. It's what I keep saying to everybody so far. It's one of the things I've discovered that you do need to know, because that will help you, especially if you do have to crunch down decimal points and things like that. So once again, thank you very much for your time and attention, and we'll see you on one of these other videos again shortly, all very soon. Thank you very much.